You're good to go.
Alright, so show you off a deck profile of the new OTT post G-Bt12. So starter is Waffle. The whole point of this deck is to try to kill them first or second stride. So you want to go into Waffle and do your effect, and then it just nets you a free card, gives it plus 2k, and then you just try to rush them down as fast as possible and win. So like that's why I run Waffle instead of like the other starters. Grade 3, the new one from 12, Battle Sister Florentine, Florentine. The on stride is super relevant. Counterblast 1. Look at the top 2, put 1 back on bottom or top, add 1 to hand, and then this thing gives all your Battle Sister cards 3k. So it makes them hit like 15k guards numbers, but then you go into your God stride and they can't G guard it, so they have to drop at least 3 cards per attack, not including your Vanguard. So yeah, and it also lets you scry when you ride. So you just look at the top and put it on bottom or top, leave it on top. You just sack triggers, and that's it for the grade 3s. Like you just want to be super aggro, and you only run on 4. This is just the aggro sister build. Like there's different ones, but I'm just showing you like which probably is like the one that tops the most in like the OCG. So then you run 4 Coquette. This card's like really hard to find, but it's just on hard pressure, and it's basically like just a draw when you hit. And it's also a Vanguard or rear guard. So yeah, so 4 Coquette. 4 of this card. It's a new card. You just call Soul Blast if you have 3 or more other units. So you can just like, it includes like your Vanguard and then 2 other rear guards with Battle Sister. You just draw a card. So it just nets you a free card for rushing. And like you can like, what's really good is like you can get it off Waffle, and it just makes the whole thing free. And then 4 10k, like this is mainly for like against the mirror. If you're playing the mirror, or like if you're just playing another rush deck, you just get good numbers. And then 3 12k, it's like 15 2s. You like I said, you just want to win as fast as possible. Like going into grind games with this deck is like not good, and you're just trying to win like as quickly as possible. So 4 of the 12k Battle Sister, and it's always gonna be relevant because you're always gonna have a Battle Sister ride. So that, and then 4 Taffy, like this probably should be cut down to 2, but you're just running 4. It's just a 10k hit. So like it's relevant grade 1 and grade 2. You just swing for 10 at their either 9 or 10, or their 7 or 6 or 8. And 4 Fodder, this should be enough. Like in theory, this should be enough with Coquette and with Psychic Bird, but you shouldn't have to run more like grade 3s or fodder. So yeah. And then 4 PG. Like this card's good, but only if you're losing. Like other than that, like I don't really like this card. If you have 3 or less and you have another one in damage, 3 or less cards in hand, and you have another one in drop zone, you draw a card. So I don't know. Like this card's, I'm iffy about that. But like you have to run it because it has the Battle Sister name. And then 2 Rust is basically a 10k attacker with resist. I probably would run 4 of this and then cut Taffy down to 2 just because this has resist. And this deck's like super fragile to control decks. So that's it. Only 14 ones. And then the triggers, you're just running like, you're just trying to win. Like you're just running, you know, like 12 crit. And this card's super relevant because like you're not running any other grade 3s, the one that unflips by itself. So like this is really relevant just to unflip 2 damage. This is relevant because you, like I said, you want to search out the 3 and your combo pieces. So you just go into the soul and trying to get out your cards. And then like I said, like these are relevant just because they have the Battle Sister name and the crits. You're not trying to make it past your 3rd stride. You're just trying to make it past. You're just trying to get to 2nd stride and win. And then 4 Battle Sister heal. Yeah, that's it. That's it for the triggers. And then the strides, 4 Stolens, the new Battle Sister card. Like for each Battle Sister rear guard, you look at the top, and then you rearrange them in any order, so you can put them on top or bottom. And like you just try to sack with it. People can play around this with header round, but if they don't have that, like you can cheese a lot of wins off of this. And then 4 of the God card. Like these are really the only strides that matter, just these. But this card, man, like you need 4 because at the end of the day, this is still OTT, and like your engine is inherently worse than other engines. So, but this card is, man, like if you don't have 4, you're gonna be stuck. This card is nasty. Like they can't use zeros or G guards. They only like a perfect guard. So like unless they have recycling PGs, like yeah, they can survive one, but when you get to the next one, it's a wrap. And you're also running 12 crits, so like you're trying to kill them like immediately. And you can draw 2 with it with her effect, which is nasty because you have to be an Oracle, which is at least fair for you to use the effect. And then just filler cards like just filler. Like this is relevant because like they don't want to ride, and then you could do this, and then immediately just go into you know, the God card and win next turn. So yeah. And then one of this probably should be running 2, but it just never comes up. Like I'm not trying to wait that long to go into it. You know, try to do it twice. I'm just trying to kill them. And then one of this, I never really use it. I usually just flip with this. Look at the top 2, which is really good. Add 1, put 1 on bottom. And then this card, you just draw 1 and reveal the top. This card's nutty. So yeah, this is my Battle Sister deck.